I'll be late by 4 minutes.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm always late for these kind of stuff anyway, so we're good.
You have a lot of things going.
Yeah, it's rare that I'm on time sometimes. You probably know from my own calls that you like.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't care.
I think it's come up here now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yes, sweet. Right, just gonna give it like a half a minute or so and just let people come on. And let me just put a question. Like so much to set up for here. All right, sweet. Pull it up my phone. Okay, I can see it now. Right, sweet. Okay, so we're going to get stuck into things. I have a couple of people now popping on here now. We have our very own client here, Kierstin, who has been super, super nice to do a quick video with us. We're just going to go basically through her journey so far. Like you're not, I think you're like 10-ish weeks, 8, 9 weeks.
It's week 10 this week.
Yeah, so she's kind of coming towards the tail end of things. I thought it would be a good time because she's absolutely killing it right now, especially this summer, seeing another new low. So I wanted to hop her on and just go through her journey so far and what she's been kind of doing before. And a lot of the stuff you've done before has been kind of common with a lot of the things that we hear on calls. So thought you'd be super for this stuff. But let's just start off and like give a sentence or two of like just who you are, what you do, and just, so on and so forth to give us an idea.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. I'm Kierstin. I am from Florida. I'm a teacher, 2nd grade. So I am a very busy person during the school year, and in the summer, it kind of tapers off. So that's kind of a big reason why I wanted to start something new to reach my goals. And that's when I stumbled upon Sarah here. And so it's been awesome.
And that's where we go from here. So like, let's go back to then kind of where you were beforehand. So before you came across like us, Ashley Crooks, me, anybody, like run us through kind of what you were doing beforehand. And you can kind of go as far back as you want, because I think you were been struggling and kind of trying to do this for a couple of years. Yeah. So just run us through what you were trying to do and kind of the struggles of like what you were seeing and what you weren't seeing, and just give us a run through of things.
Okay. So, I mean, I can remember as far back as like childhood that I've always been kind of like a sporty person. I've exercised, not like super intentionally like I am now, but I've always been kind of like moderately fit, I guess. So like coming out of college, I noticed that like healthy eating and exercising, I mean, I was doing it, but I wasn't really seeing like the weight come off or anything. So I was like 135 pounds coming out of college or something like that. And it just kept going up and up, no matter like what I tried. And, my jean size kept increasing, and it's kind of like just made me feel like, oh, whatever I'm doing isn't worth it. So I'd like drop off often, and I'd start something new again. And then I recently got married last July, and like right before my wedding, we moved to Florida, and I wanted to find a gym. So I stumbled upon a trainer just at the gym. Which really helped, just get me onto the right track, even though it wasn't perfect. But $45 or something for like a 30-minute session once a week. And then having no idea what to do the rest of the week, because, if he told me that would eat into my time, and it was just like really super inconvenient. And I would be like getting random like things told me like, oh, you need to eat like 145 grams of protein, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't even know like what that looks like. Like, how do I know like what? I didn't know I needed to like weigh stuff. So I was just like plugging things in MyFitnessPal. I'm like, okay, half cup this, pound of that, like whatever. So I mean, I definitely, one thing I learned form for like lifts and things which has helped me in this process a lot. And I, was eating relatively healthy, and I kind of knew what to do, but I didn't know how to like tailor it specifically to me. But I built a lot of muscle from like July to, I don't know when I found you, like May. So that's like kind of a long time, but like I was supposedly in a fat loss phase the whole time, but like I didn't even know what that meant. I don't think like he knew my body at all. It was just like, a big train wreck. So like I was improving in some things, but I wasn't seeing my body change, if that makes sense. Like I just felt like bulky because I was like not losing the fat, but I was gaining muscle. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm exercising, but like my jeans are tighter. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So then right before this, actually, I switched to an online trainer, which she was great, like really personal and everything, but it was like the meal plan type of thing. Like you need to eat this, you need to eat that every week. And then Saturday or whatever day you want, you can have one meal of whatever the heck you want. You don't have to track it. I'm like, okay, solid. I can do that. Yay. And then it just ended up like I didn't know anything about like weekly calories, and like the meal plan just didn't work for me, because if I went off of the meal plan for like a meal or like a day or something, I just felt like super like I was failing, you know what I mean? And I mean, she didn't really think much of that either, I guess. But so yeah, I didn't like that. So it wasn't like sustainable for me at all, because I still wanted to like have like a treat here and there. I'm like doing so good. I'm working hard, you know? And so I would, and then I would just fall off on the weekend and be like, oh, I'm just gonna have that pasta, and it's like probably 2,000 calories, but oh well. And then I didn't know anybody who's done this program before. I just literally stumbled upon it on an ad on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna click on this. Oh, it's one of those things though, like I don't know if it's gonna work for me. And then my husband was like, just try it. Like I want to see you like happy, and like I just wanted to accomplish something that I was doing. I didn't want to like do all this work and see nothing. So I was like, I'll just give it a shot, see if it works. And here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, because one of the things we talked about first, I think on your consultation call, was the whole weekend thing, because we were trying to break it down, because you were doing the whole meal plan throughout, and we were like, what do you normally have in those weekends? You're like, oh, a starter, a main, and maybe a dessert, and you know, with the drink as well.
Definitely carbs.
Still including that now, which we'll move on to, but like you just a bit more like awareness of it, and kind of, as you said, you're doing all this work in the gym, and it was just like not showing up, I suppose, physique wise, I suppose the kind of word put on it. And then in terms of like then where you are and kind of doing this whole back and forth, like just even like the impact that was having on you at the time, where you know it's probably frustrating to put in as many hours as you were in the gym and just feel everything get tighter on the other end. So like run us through like actually what the impact was that kind of made you keep searching for something then to fix it.
Yeah, so like at the time, like I was working until about 4 o'clock, and then I would go, you know, to the gym. Then once a week was a training session, but I probably work out like maybe 3-4 times a week in the evening. And I just felt like kind of like fatigued, because like I was just so stressed with my job and everything too. And just the frustration of work and then having to go to the gym and not know what I was doing unless my trainer was there was like super stressful, because I'm like, okay, like I'm just wandering around like kind of aimlessly. Like I know how to work out, but like I don't know how to work like certain like upper body, lower body stuff, like how many like reps to do and stuff like that. So it just kind of got like made me feel like I like if you don't know what you're doing, it's like kind of worthless kind of thing. But so like I would, you know, I like taking like before and after photos like every so often. And I remember like taking a photo, and like it seemed like I was getting smaller, but it wasn't in like the like my mind, like everyone else was thinking I was, but I wasn't happy with it. So it just kind of started like affecting other parts of my life. Like I just would be like more tired and frustrated and stressed out, and that would like go on to like my personal life and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, if you don't know what you're doing and you're just kind of don't know, you don't have the knowledge, and you're just trucking along on your own, it's just kind of makes you feel like sad, like I don't know, like stressed out. So
100%, like a bit of a domino effect, because like you're already stressed with your work, but rather than also this on top of another thing kind of on your shoulders, and then that just going into every other area of your life as well. So absolutely. Gloriani, she's actually just someone who's jumped on board. She actually said some of her experience are like mine. So she's actually just on this week. Run us through then like what's actually then changed. You had her call with Ishmael.
yeah,
I think it was.
he was
You had your call with Ishmael, and then we had our call, and now we're like 10 weeks in. So give us a run through of like what's then changed for you, especially in terms of your nutrition, your training, physique wise, what's changed. Like just give us a run through of like wins and
okay.
I suppose takeaways that's happened.
Yeah, so like I said before, like I'm very familiar with my fitness pal. I've always have been. Like I've tracked things, but I wasn't tracking them correctly. Like I wasn't tracking exactly what like I was eating, and going way, way, way over calories when I thought, oh, I'm just eating healthy. Like great, like I'll lose weight that way, but like you just don't think like if it's a lot, it doesn't mean you're gonna lose weight because like the volume and stuff like that. But so once I learned how to track things like across the week instead of worrying like I have to eat these sweet potatoes and I have to eat this turkey and I have every single day for lunch, blah blah blah. So like my relationship with food is like a big win, I feel like, because I don't feel bad if like I have that chocolate or I have that extra helping of something, chips or something. And as long as it like fits with my goal that you've set for me, like I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like I'm not gonna feel like, oh, I ate some fries today, I'm a loser. Like I'm gonna gain a pound tomorrow. Like it's really not like that at all. So relationship with food, definitely a big win for me. Just like knowing how strong like I can be, like not giving myself all the credit before, like you know like I'm challenging myself like more every week now, like in my lifts and things, and that just knows you burn more calories and like all that stuff, and like it just took me out of the mindset of like just because you lift doesn't mean you're gonna get bulky and like manly looking. It's not true at all. If anybody thinks that, super not true. Definitely confidence in the gym, just knowing what to do, like knowing that what I'm doing is going to be working. Um, yeah, I like lost my train of thought here. Help me out.
Just like kind of in a nutshell over that, like it's kind of like you got a hell of a lot more clarity as well, because you were kind of doing little bits and pieces and it just wasn't all coming together whatsoever. Like eating healthy, like it's not like you go and take the piss with your food either, but like then there's like kind of a leeway, a mixture, because you're still doing your weekends, you're still going to the beach having your few drinks and this kind of stuff, but it's like before you were kind of doing that, maybe overboard that a little bit and then not seeing the progress, whereas now you probably have that a bit more aligned, still getting involved with it, but now actually starting to see things move for you.
Yeah,
So
it's
like
being mindful. Like you can have fun, but be mindful at the same time. You know what you're doing and knowing what you're putting into your body, but it's still like something you want, like a treat.
Yeah, 100%. And then say with regards to your training then, so just like, because I know you've done PT before, and again, like when you're on your own, there's just no structure, but your form has been solid. So it's just a matter, again, getting clarity there. And definitely, I just know by your lifts and what I see training wise, you don't give yourself enough credit on how strong you possibly could be. Save then from a physique point of view. So then since you got the clarity around both those things, like what's changed for you then in terms of your physique, clothes, confidence, like as a whole?
Yeah. Well, just like my most recent photos, I'm like, wow, I did that in 10 weeks. Like I look so like different. Like not that like I've like changed as a person, but like my clothes just like fit better. Like I just feel like more like toned up, I guess you could say. Like my shorts like don't even fit me anymore. Like I'm gonna have to go shopping. And just like
Nice.
tightening straps and things like that. I'm like, okay, like things are working. Even if I never stepped foot on the scale at all, even if I didn't care at all about my weight, like clothes fitting right and like looking at yourself in the mirror, like, okay, I feel like happy with this. Like I feel confident, I have to go buy this new pair of shorts because I can't fit mine anymore. Like, my mother-in-law gave me a compliment because I haven't seen her in like 4 months. She's like, wow, you look like really like skinny and strong. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like somebody noticed something. Like, and then like, I see my husband every day, but he like gives me compliments that like are different. I'm like, oh, okay, so like this is working, from a physique point of view. Everybody has like those areas of themselves that they just like nitpick, you know what I mean? And like with like fat loss and stuff, like there's always like certain parts that take longer, and it's just like you just have to know that it's a process. It does take time, but like you can do it like relatively quickly if you like work really hard and follow the plan and be confident in yourself and disciplined and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like what was the kind of body weight that you were getting stuck at before? Because I know like you've dropped again this morning. So give us a run through
well, like 2016, I was like, I think my lowest was like 135 or something. And like ever since then, it's climbed up to like my heaviest was like 152. And now I'm like almost back down to the original 135 again. So yay.
Class. And then like say from because like people watch this and a lot of people go for like the PT, especially when the gyms are now starting to open up again. What was your experience like from, because like you're obviously all the way over in the US, I'm obviously all the way over here in Ireland. What's kind of been the experience like for you from like a online perspective and being so far away and the kind of support? Like what was your, because you've obviously done the one-to-one as well and in person as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a very like personable like person. Like I want someone to like make me accountable, and I want someone to talk to. Like, weekly has been great. Before it was kind of like, oh well, if you want to jump on a call with me, great. Like with other people, okay, well then I'm probably not, because I don't know like what you want from me. Like, but working one-on-one in the gym, like it's great if you can do that, but like it's not like 100% necessary. Like you can definitely do the online things, and there's a lot of great resources that like were given and things. And I didn't think it was going to work because someone wasn't like showing me, but like you guys show us like all the moves and like how to do it. I can ask whatever questions I want, and I can send you videos, see if it's right and things like that. So like it's definitely feasible. And the accountability has just been a really big thing for me. Like that's what I wanted. Like, the trainer at the gym would see me once a week, sometimes check in on me, like every once in a while, be like, oh, you come to the gym and take this class today, like got to be in a deficit. I'm like, okay, well, you don't even know what I'm doing the rest of the week. Like I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the week. Like you've given me no plan. I'm just like here, like hanging out, like, okay, I guess I'll do some like bicep curls today. I don't know. Like, so just having the support and like you're literally following me week by week has been like humongous for me.
And then say like with regards to like the 10 weeks and what you've achieved then so far, like just out of curiosity, like how does that make you feel, considering it's been like 4 or 5 years ago since you were actually kind of getting close to where you're going now at the moment? What's it like to achieve that in actually such a short space of time, considering how long you've been trying?
Well, yeah, really great. Just because like, I started training in July, and like, it was like probably like March when I started getting super frustrated. And like, I wasn't losing any weight. And I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, because, it took me that long just to get nowhere. You know what I mean? So now I didn't know that what I've accomplished, I could have accomplished in like 10 weeks. Like I never had like a goal of, oh, I have to drop 15 pounds or I have to reach my weight of when I was in college. Like that wasn't my goal. My goal was literally just to like see some type of positive like difference in my body, because I'm working hard on it and I want to see that like come through. I don't want to just do everything and not see anything work for me. So it's definitely been a big thing for me to do that.
Awesome. And like just before I kind of go through, like say someone who maybe sitting on the fence kind of thinking, because you've watched tons and tons of, I think, before like videos before you even like,
yeah, most of the ones that are on here.
Yeah, like you were fairly
like, various different
like,
people. I just wanted to see various different, things.
Yeah, you're kind of him and Han kind of about it.
Yeah. But I only him and Han like a few days. Like I was looking like for a week though, but I was like looking hard for that week.
Yeah. And before we go kind of into the like just someone who else is kind of maybe in the same page, because there's obviously going to be someone that like you is going to watch all these videos and all the rest, which we will get to. But was there any like one or two kind of things that you want to add from like your entire experience so far? I know we still have some time left, but just even from the past 10 weeks.
Yeah, hold on, let me think of something. I know I've talked a lot already.
If there is any.
Yeah, no, yeah. I guess like going into it, like one of the biggest like things that like roped me in was, oh, like you can lose fat or whatever and still eat the things you want. I'm like, really? Like, I don't know if that's true, but like it is true. So one of those things, if you're like someone who like hates meal plans, like, you have to eat this, like broccoli, chicken, blah, blah, blah. you do you if that's what you like, but I don't think that's feasible for everybody for the rest of their life. So that's been like a huge thing for me, that just knowing that like I can be mindful and like I can, save some calories to eat the thing that I want to eat, but still be in my goal. That's definitely been a huge thing. And just like even knowing after I'm done here with you, I know that I can keep going like on this like positive path. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna like go back to where I was, because I've learned so many things like through like food and like how to fuel myself and like how to eat the appropriate amount of calories and how to do my lifts and stuff and all that. And I just know that I'll keep.
I don't know if people can hear me, but I can't hear Kierstin anymore.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?